The monkey jumped out of a bag.
Pet carrier that you buy in a pet supply store. The animal can see out of the bag. It locks down in front.
When it jumped out of the bag, it jumped up on my back and it attacked me.
The monkey is a very friendly monkey. He's lived with me and my 2 daughters for 10 years, okay? He's not vicious. He does not attack people.
That's completely unreasonable.
If you want to fight, I can get you boxing gloves, but we're not here for that. My first case ever with worms.
Come here, Sophie. Get him, Rusty.
Can I say something?
No. If she hadn't had an oral agreement, how do you do? I know you've all been sworn, but I have read your complaint. You're Megan?
Yes.
Is the monkey involved in this case? Is this the monkey that was involved in your case? Do you know? This is not the same monkey.
This is not the same monkey. This is a stand-in.
Stand-in, okay. Where's the real one?
I didn't bring him out. They wouldn't let him on the airplane.
Okay. How old are you, Megan?
12.
Okay. Can you tell me what happened?
I was in the mall and I was standing and looking at hats, and the monkey jumped out of a bag and
Jumped out of a bag?
Yeah.
What kind of bag was it?
I don't know, sort of like a duffel bag, I think.
Do you have that? Do you have a bag like that with you?
Yes, I have it with me.
Can I see it?
This is a pet carrier that you buy in a pet supply store. The animal can see out of the bag. It locks down in front. It clips down to here. You can put the flaps up or down. This is the exact bag the monkey was being carried in.
Did the monkey jump out of the bag?
Apparently the monkey got out of the bag.
Were you with the monkey?
My daughter was with him at the time. I was in the store next door.
Well, you weren't there. You didn't see what happened.
No, I did not see exactly what happened.
Go ahead, Megan.
When it jumped out of the bag, it jumped up on my back and it attacked me.
Attacked you where? Other than your back?
On my arm.
Your left arm?
Yes. There.
Did it bite you?
Yes.
Can you come up here? If you want to look at it also, ma'am, you're welcome to do it.
Yes. Right there.
Did you see a doctor?
Yes.
When?
The night.
The same night?
Yes.
Was this in the afternoon that this happened?
It was around 5 o'clock.
And you went right to the doctor?
We went to the hospital.
First
Emergency?
animal rescue came to the mall.
Were you there, ma'am?
Yes.
Did you see it all happen?
I didn't see the monkey jump out of the bag. I had just stepped out of the mall, and I was resting because we were shopping for a while, and I heard screaming, and I looked up and I saw it was my daughter, and I ran in.
Was the monkey on her arm at the time?
He was already off of her.
Who took her?
Donna's daughter.
Did you know each other before?
No.
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 Do you have a copy of the medical report and the pills?
Yes, I do. I have
Thank you.
Did you have any pain, Megan?
Yes.
How long did it last?
A couple of days.
Just a couple days?
Yeah.
Did you take anything for the pain?
Yes.
What?
Antibiotics.
Anything for pain?
No.
Did the doctor tell you whether or not there would be a permanent scar?
I don't remember.
Do you have any knowledge as to whether that would be permanent?
Well, it looks like it could be, and on her back there's still some scarring on her shoulder.
Were there scratches or bites?
Scratches, I think.
Scratches on your back?
Well,
Yes.
Or there were puncture marks also.
On the back?
It appeared to be punctures either from claws or I don't know if they were bites, but this one definitely.
Tell me
looked like
about
a
your
bite.
monkey.
Okay, I have a tape here I'd like to present as evidence.
All right.
It shows the monkey is a very friendly monkey. He's lived with me and my 2 daughters for 10 years, okay? He's not vicious. He does not attack people. Exactly how this incident occurred, I don't know. Exactly how he got out of the bag, I do not know.
You want to tell me what I'm watching?
That's the monkey. He's playing with the telephone. I try to get some quick videos of him. Normally when the phone rings, he'll go over and pick it up like he's answering it. There he is. We told him to get in the bag. He'll get in and out of the bag on his own on command. He's very well trained. There was a diaper in his bag.
Apparently
he
he gets
threw it
out even not on command, though.
Well, the bag was locked down, and that's why my daughter seemed to feel that possibly Megan had even opened the bag.
Oh,
I can't
that's
say for sure.
impossible. Her back
Well,
was turned.
Why would she want to
back
do
was
that?
turned to the-
Did you open the bag, Megan?
No.
I can't say. I was not there.
Well, let's not conjecture. I don't think it helps
But
us.
there he is. Like I said, he's a family. You know, he's lived with us. He eats at the dinner table with us. He you know, he loves taking baths 3-4 times a day. Here's a picture of him taking a bath. As you can see, he likes doing them by himself as well. You can put him in the bathtub and he'll sit there and wash himself. And he's a family animal. He's been with us for 10 years.
Your Honor, my main concern is that she might have emotional scarring after this event happened. I had a nightmare that night after the incident.
Well,
Your Honor?
I think you ought to be positive with Megan,
Oh,
even though we're in a
definitely,
court,
definitely.
and I know you want to get her an award, but
She's
I think we ought to be positive
Your Honor,
about it.
I'd also like to bring up the fact that these people, right after it happened, they've been trying to make a big issue out of this. They called the local media. They had my phone number and address, as well as the store and the security there, and told the local media that there was a monkey attack, and they did not know who owned it.
That was because I wanted to make sure the monkey was tested. I didn't know if the monkey had any diseases or anything
Just to get
like
the local
that.
media involved in it.
The animal control
They've-
did not come out at the time, so
They've
they
also
helped get the
had
monkey
a
under-
civil lawyer calling the quarantine center where the monkey was quarantined, asking questions about it to file suit. I'm assuming the lawyer turned it down since we ended up here.
Well, I don't assume anything, but on the other hand, none of the things you said mitigate against the plaintiff. And you weren't there to see this happen. Your daughter was,
Yes.
and she's not here to tell me what happened. So anything that you're talking about Megan possibly opening that up to let the monkey out seems to me a little far-fetched.
Like I said, I do not know how he got out. What I do know is what I was told by Megan and my daughter when the monkey jumped on her shoulder, which he did in a friendly manner, because he's a playful type monkey. She starts screaming and swatting back at him to knock him off, and that's how she got
What do
the
you think
scratch
you would have
marks on
done
her
at
shoulder.
age 12?
Well, I'd have probably done the same thing. But I am
that's-
making the point, the monkey did not attack out of viciousness.
Oh, I'm not
But-
even thinking that the monkey may have done that. That's
You know,
not
I'm
the
not
point.
denying the point that he did jump on her.
That's
obviously
the whole
happened.
thing. Take a short recess. I'll come back and give you my decision.
Now, the infections were in him at that time, according to that necropsy report. None of that happened overnight.
I have never, ever handled his dogs.
He had fibrosis and chronic lesions in his lungs from excessive exposure to dust.
I've had phone calls from all over the country telling me, Gwen, what has happened? I can't believe what this man and woman are doing to you.
Remain seated and come to order. This court is again in session.
Because the monkey is classified, I know not as far as you're concerned or your child's, but it is classified as a wild animal. And a wild animal is in a public place, has to be controlled. Shouldn't be in the public place in the first place, but I know how you and your daughter considered this monkey, and I appreciate that. And you have this animal bag and so forth, but it did get out, and Megan didn't let it out, and I'm sure her mother didn't let it out. So she's entitled to be compensated for the bite and the scratches. Megan, you're only 12 years old. That's not going to be a permanent scar. You will outgrow that. It'll be like it didn't even happen. That's why I told your mother, and I'm telling you, be positive about it. It was an experience. Probably never happen again. So don't worry about it and let it go out of your mind. Normally, when we award children of tender age money, we place it in a trust account so that they can't touch it until the child is 18, sometimes 21. But since the amount that you're asking for is only $1,500, I'm not going to do that. Tell your mother to let you, I'm telling you, let her spend it the way she wants to for Christmas or Thanksgiving or whatever you want to spend it for. So my judgment is for the plaintiff for $1,500.
I didn't know what it was really, that when it jumped on my back, and I got really scared.
I was in shock. I saw that she had scratches and her arm was bleeding, and I was in shock.
When he jumped on her, his intentions were strictly of a play nature. It was, you know, when she got frightened and started swatting at him that he became frightened. And then he did not attack her viciously. I'm sure he could have done, you know, a lot more damage if he wanted to viciously attack her.
Swatting at him. I mean, and the monkey jumped on her back. I'm sure she was trying to just get the monkey off. Were you swatting at him?
That was still swatting at him. And somebody's going like this and hitting you in the head, you're getting swatted at.
Your daughter was trying to pull him off, and she said she even pulled her hair and scratched her when she was pulling him off.
He sleeps in bed with my daughters. You know, they go and get in the shower. He gets in the shower with them. He sits at our dinner table and eats with us. I'm just going to have to quit taking him to work, too. I mean, I certainly don't want this incident to happen a second time.
The Animal Court is now in session. The Honorable Joseph A. Wapner, Judge presiding.
I know you've all been sworn. I have read your complaint. You had an agreement with the defendant about your 2 pugs?
We had a verbal agreement. What that was
when was that made?
That was made in February of '98.
And who was it made with?
It was made with Gwen and her son David.
Yeah.
It was for David to handle our 3 pugs, really, to go on the show circuit in Arizona.
What do you mean by handle them?
Handling, to go in the show ring at the dog shows.
In the dog ring.
In the dog ring, and handle the animal in the ring professionally so that the dog can win points and become a champion.
And David agreed to do this?
Yes, sir.
Why isn't he here today?
We were unable to locate the address for him. He came back, but we entered into the agreement with Gwen at her store, and she was acting as his agent.
What did she say?
She took all monies.
Pardon?
She handled all monies, show fees, and she prepared the show forms and sent them for the dogs. And she continued to.
How long did this go on?
It was supposed to be an agreement.
No, how long did it actually go on?
8 months.
It went on 8 months. And it was
Did you handle everything for 8 months, ma'am?
No, sir. First of all, I would like to file a countersuit. I didn't have time to do it.
For what?
For slander over the internet and loss of my business.
Slander over the internet?
Yes. They have slandered me from one end of the world to the other.
Slander
sir.
is something you do orally. Internet, you'd have to have it.
No, sir. We have the copies of what he has sent over the internet.
Well, that would be libel.
Right, yeah.
We disagree with that, however, Your Honor.
What?
With the slander. We have evidence.
Well, you may disagree with it. You would not be able to defend yourself agast that today?
I could defend. I can defend against it today. Yes, sir, I can.
Well, do you want to or you don't?
Yes, I will, sir. Yes, I will.
Okay, how much are you suing them for?
$5,000.
Did you agree to take...
Let me tell you what happens, is that when the handlers go on the dog show circuit, okay, they're out of town, they're out of state. I have been in California all the time. I have never, ever handled his dogs or done anything with his dogs.
Disagree. She was in Arizona.
What is David's connection with you?
He is my son.
Does he work for you?
No, he works for himself.
Okay.
Yeah.
Is it your position that this agreement was made between the plaintiffs and your son, David, and that you had nothing to do with it?
I had nothing to do. All I was doing, sir, was when the handlers are out of town, they get money, you know, to support them on the road and the handling fees, like anyone gets a salary.
Yes.
Okay? So what happened was that they would send me the checks and I would deposit them.
But our only point of contact to talk to David was through Gwen at her shop number. And I do have the
What was
canceled
she
check.
getting out of this?
Nothing.
I don't really know if she was getting money. She was getting all the money was being sent to her.
One of the dogs died.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
We have a necropsy report from the University
Let me see the necropsy
of
report.
Missouri, and we also have a statement from the vet regarding the dog that eventually
I flew
came
to
back.
Missouri to get.
We also,
Well, wait a minute. Are you saying the dog died because of something that David did?
yes, yeah,
What?
negligent. The dog, according to the necropsy report from University of Missouri, he had hypothermia, he had fibrosis and chronic lesions in his lungs from excessive exposure to dust and smoke particles. He also had a number of infections ongoing with no treatment,
streptococcal
and
infections.
he was just neglected. And in the envelope, it also shows the condition of this dog when we got her back from Missouri, when my wife flew out there, and she was in very bad shape, and she's still ongoing with treatment herself. And we also have pictures of Teak on a show ring and what she looked like when she came back. And we have
What did you pay for the dog?
We bred the dog ourselves, and we paid a $400 stud fee to use the stud.
How old was the dog when it died?
2.5 years, sir. And he was a
3 November.
black champion, and black champions are very hard to
Is that a
come by.
picture of the dog?
Yes.
This is a picture of Q, and here's a picture of him winning a major
With
at
the handler,
with the handler at the
David.
dog show. And we also have a picture of
Who
the dog.
arranged for the necropsy?
My son.
David?
The doctor.
Where's
at
David
the
now?
He's home because he's got nothing to do with this. It's me that they're summoning, not David.
Why didn't you bring him in as a witness?
Because I didn't think that he should do.
Why? You said he was the one involved.
Well, we were advised for him not to come. But anyway, the dog was in wonderful condition. The picture is right there, and he was in wonderful condition.
What happened at the showing 2 weeks prior?
The dog showed 2 weeks prior. He did win his class. He won his 1 point. However, what happened after that, David moved into a new location. Now, the infections were in him at that time, according to that necropsy report. None of that happened overnight. The necropsy, all the necropsy shows is what the dog had when they examined the dog at the time. And it showed that he had major infections in all his organs. None of those were in the dog when it went on the show circuit, and David had possession of that dog at the time of death. Now, this gentleman
This
here,
was
Let's get. I want to get to him.
his name,
What's your name, sir?
Ed Elliott, sir.
What do you know about this?
I know the condition of the dogs before they went to show.
When? Date?
That would be February.
That would be February. The dog died in September.
Yes, sir.
So you don't know what happened to the dog between February and September?
No contact whatsoever.
What do you have to tell us?
My dogs traveled with their dogs. All I can speak to, all I can do is speak to the condition of my Silky, who played in the next pen to him. And so you can understand, as an owner, I would be concerned that he had those same things that they were talking about. So I immediately, right from their phone call, within 24 hours, had my dog at the vet. No, not even 24 hours. 3 hours later from when I
did the
talked
same,
to
sir.
her.
I had 2 poodles with him.
Okay.
And they were all on the
And they were
circuit
all on
together.
the
That's
circuit
all I
together?
can speak to.
Let's go to your countersuit. What's the basis of your countersuit?
These are the letters here that was on the internet. Not only, I mean, this is just 2 of them.
How many were they?
I've had phone calls from all over the country telling me, Gwen, what has happened? I can't believe what this man and woman are doing to you. Because we know very well that you are a loving person with your animals. The animals are my life. I earn my living with them. And I mean, I'm the top breeder of poodles in the United States and Europe. I have never, ever hurt a dog.
Did you send these out on the internet?
We went on the internet with it after we received the certified copy of the necropsy, and also once an investigation was being conducted by the State of Missouri Humane Society.
I have to read this necropsy report, and I may have to get the help of a vet in interpreting it. So when I do that, I'll come back and give you my decision.
Remain seated and come to order. This court is again in session.
It's a very, very difficult case. First of all, because we have an animal who's died, and a very fine animal, apparently. Secondly, what you've done is educate me a little bit about necropsies and reports of this kind. I told you I probably have to talk to a vet, and I did. Dr. Stephen Wagner, who's board certified and was head of the veterinary medical board in California at one time. As to the necropsy report, it doesn't say in so many words, this was the cause of death. But by reading this diagnosis and comments to the doctor, what he told me that in his opinion, what is listed here, number 2, as myocardial degeneration, is what killed the dog. So although you're alleging that David caused the death, but he isn't even the one being sued. You're suing this lady. There's no proof that you had a partnership, that she had a partnership with David. She did take in money. She put it in her account, and he apparently was allowed to draw on that account someplace back east. But other than that, we have nothing to indicate it. I don't know what she got out of it. I don't know what David got out of it. I don't know what you're paying them, if anything. I don't know what the terms of that agreement were. So on your complaint, I have to decide against you. My sympathies may be with you, but because of the loss of the dog, but I can't decide that on that basis. As to your countersuit, what you have here is an alleged liable. One of these statements is that you were responsible for the death and maiming of one of his dogs. They also state, spread the word to everyone not to let the Mosdales touch your dogs. They cannot be allowed to kill again. Well, does this put you up to hate, ridicule? I think it does. But in order to prevail, you've got to give them written notice to retract their statements. If you don't do it, and I didn't hear anything about that, then you're only allowed special damages. I can't give you special damages because you haven't proven any. So my judgment on the complaint is for the defendant, on the countersuit for the plaintiff.
I live in California, and unfortunately, Q died in Missouri. And how can I have anything to do with it?
It's not the first time he's done something like this.
We have the proof of that, and he's under investigation in Missouri. I mean, they must know something that you don't know.
That's right.
And we had two certified vets.
He's going to have to see the light one day.
The rest of that report?
The rest of the
report says hypothermia.
Hypothermia.
Myocardial degeneration.
It said he died of a heart
it said
attack.
myocardial degeneration and visceral problems suggestive of hypothermia.